everybody, welcome back to Disney's Dreamlight Valley. I'm Kitty Trinket, and today I'm showing you how I've done my storage. I got a lot of questions from some friends of mine and some followers, and they all wanted to know how I worked out storage for things like my flowers, my gems, fish, ingredients, etc. And so I thought I would put together a little video of how I have everything set up, seeing as how I've just redone it all, and I'm so happy with how I did it. And I thought that if I could provide you with some inspiration or help you out creating your own ideas on how to work your storage for all the items in Disney Dreamlight Valley, that I would make a video to show you how I've done mine. And with the start of the new year, I think it's only fitting with trying to minimize and purge and organize that this video would be perfect for the beginning of the year. So sit back, relax, and I hope you like how I've set up all my storage. First up, here is the blooming house that was in the premium shop a few days or last week. This is the one that was leaked a while back. It looks very much like a flower shop, flowers in the windows, awning. It would fit pretty much anywhere. I have it in my peaceful meadow. It would look really super nice in your plaza, depending on your theme, Forest of Valor. I think this particular house would look good pretty much anywhere. And so I have it here in my peaceful meadow, and I put it alongside Beast's greenhouse, where you can collect all of your daily flowers. And it's beside some Dreamlight trees. I know that's fruit, but I just thought it was a really nice place to put it, just in between the plaza and the beach. So in this room here, I've made it look like a flower shop. You got the counter with the cash register, making it all staged, looking like a flower shop / greenhouse. The flowers in the back, the oak, candle-laden oak branches for the ceiling for lighting, along with some industrial lighting and some of the vines, trellises, hanging plants, windows. The theme here was to make it very much like a greenhouse / flower shop, with the trellises and the greenery, and looking all very simple and white and clean in the front of the shop. So having a look at the first room, this is where I store all of my Dreamlight Valley flowers for the base game. The floor is a dirty floor, making it look like it's been worked in soil and whatnot. And I have here these tables. Not sure, I can't remember where the tables come from. I think it could be Wally, it could be Monsters Inc., I don't remember. And it's where I display the tables, and then I use Daisy's chests, which have lots of room for all sorts of different flowers. I know the black ones is only the black passion lily, but there's ample room. I'm never going to run out of storage here for that particular flower. Moving on to the to the green. Keeping everything nice and warm, like a tropical greenhouse with fireplaces. And I chose the daisy chests because they have flowers on them, so I figured they fit into the theme, even though their color is white and bright and pink, and the floor is kind of sort of dirty and dingy. I chose the daisy chests because they have a lot of storage. They were easy to obtain came because they are bought in Scrooge's shop. They're not crafted like large chests are. And each chest has its own color. With the exception of this last one, this is the only room to have 10 chests because the valley specifically has multicolored flowers, like this red and orange milkweed. You have pink and purple hydrangeas, white and pink falling pestamons, etc. Moving on to the next room here in the back is where we're going to find all of our Eternity Isle flowers. So again, same concept. You got one for each color, multiple flowers per color, each daisy chest having ample storage for each, and the tables to display the flowers that are within. The biggest difference from this room to the previous one, obviously the windows, to show that this is definitely a different realm, a different biome. And there are only 9 chests here instead of 10 because Eternity Isle does not have the multicolored flower in any of its biomes. Again, with the windows and the doors, trying to keep within that Eternity Isle theme. Moving on to the last flower room here, we have the Storybook Vale flower storage. Again, trying to keep this within the theme of this particular DLC, a lot of the marble type motifs to bring in Mythopia to the space, the Grecian mosaic tile carpet, or rug, and Grecian pillars. And again, daisy chests for each of the flowers. Again, 9 chests because the DLC does not have multicolored flowers as the base game does. Same table throughout, trying to keep somewhat of the theme, tying everything together as far as display. But using the marble and the candy door that you get from the lore book as storage or as decoration. Moving on now into the Glade of Trust, we have the LaBeouf house. And I chose this house for gem storage because it reminds me of being very bougie, very classy, having a lot of wealth, as the LaBeoufs do in Princess and the Frog. I really love the New Orleans vibe to this particular building. So again, making the living room very much like a 1920s living room decor with, the floors, the tufted chairs, the fireplace, the piano, trying to keep on the same theme as the Princess of the Frog because that's where this house basically came from, is that movie. With Tiana's doors here, trying just to keep everything within the same furniture collection, and then just decorating around. In this particular room here, we have all the Valley gems. I put the Beauty and the Beast fountain in here just to fill out the middle of the space. The LaBeouf walls, decorating with Princess and the Frog lanterns, the door, and then some nice greenery from the Ariel collection. Moving off to the left here, you have your rubies. your garnets, your citrine, your topaz, all of this color coordinated by the rainbow. This is how I decided I wanted to do this, and it took some time trying to figure that out. So we've got the ruby, the garnet, the citrine, the topaz, and the peridot in this shot here. And I used the Scrooge chest because I wasn't going to use a lot of these gems. Not like with the flowers where you get multiples of them. The Scrooge shop has only 2 rows. Then we have the emerald, the aquamarine, the crystal, which is actually forgeable, the Vitalis crystals, the crystals actually, found in the Forgotten Lands, considered a forgeable, but I consider it to be a gem. Moving on to the sapphire, the amethyst, tourmaline, the diamond, onyx, dream shard, which I store lots of and make Dreamlight with, and then the night shard and purified night shard, which is rarely used except for the occasional quest or star path. Moving on to the next room, we have all of our Eternity Isle gems. The Alexandrite, blue zircon, you got your spinel, your bumblestone, your ever gem, and your jade. The theme here, again, keeping in a lot with the Eternity Isle, with the ancient stone, Eve, Wally, a lot of the ancients and the machines, and as well keeping in with the Tiana decor, the LaBeouf wallpaper, as well as the French doors and jazz windows. I find it very... I know it doesn't always necessarily blend, but I find it pleasing to the eye. I'm happy with the design that I chose. You can certainly decorate however you want to. And here we have the last room, our Storybook Veil gems. You got your blue star gem, your pure ice, your magnum, magma, and you have your opal, keeping in with the Grecian theme, bringing Mythopia into the feel of this posh room. I think really goes nicely. And then the memory frames and the bushes to complete the look. And that is my gem storage. Moving now to Dazzle Beach and to my seaside villa from Ariel's Dream Bundle. This is where I keep my fish and seafood storage. So coming into the main room, looking at very much like an underwater room with a lot of aerial decor, blue tufted chairs and couches, the lamps, the scale looking wallpaper, even the blue carpet, and of course the porthole windows. Bring everything together to make it look like an ocean paradise. Once again, keeping the French doors because they look elegant. Over here we have Eric's ship, the candle holder that Ariel uses to put in the dingle hopper and all of her human finds, and of course some seaside decor. So for this storage, I chose to go with aquariums, and I did that because each aquarium has 2 rows of storage, and each aquarium has only one type of fish. So I fully maximize the space by organizing it by circle or ripple color across all 3, the base game and the 2 DLCs, across all biomes in each, and store one type of fish or seafood in each aquarium to maximize storage. Each of the aquariums has either a shelf above it or the white countertop cupboard with the fish on top, just to show which particular fish or seafood is in each individual aquarium. Again, keeping in with the same decor as the living room with the scales. The flooring, however, being a little bit brighter this time, just to bring in more light, and porthole windows for this room, and the aerial lamps and lanterns for lighting. Moving on to the next room, and these are the blue circle items, or seafood. Considerably more than the orange, way more than the white, but we made it work. Putting some stained glass windows here for extra added touch, and then the bamboo and plastic scraps used to make the wall shelves to hold the corresponding seafood in the container. Again, using Ariel's lamps for lighting and trying to maximize the storage where I could. Moving on to our last room, we have the white circles, or the no circles, as you can see with the here and there fish or the blobfish. It does not have a circle, you fish outside of it. Again, each fish getting their own aquarium, and because it's considerably less, and the seafood, because these are forageable, they don't have the white circles either, you pick them up off the ground. And because these are so few compared to the others, I filled in the middle of the room with the stone jacuzzi that you can craft at the time bending table, I believe. Adding interest and color, a little bit of lighting with the glow, but still keeping in with the aquatic or nautical water theme. I put Ariel's shell bath rugs at the back for some added interest. And I changed up, the wall color. No, this is the same. And that is my fish storage. And this is where we come up to the last bit of storage. This is the greenhouse house skin, and this is the player skin. And I chose this particular, this is the player house. And I chose this particular one because it was accessible throughout each of the DLCs and the base game. Now, the entry is bare. I had just dismantled this, and I'm not quite sure what I want to do with this room. I think I might want to use it as outfit storage with mannequins. You can see Shank there, her outfit on the left, with, I believe, Maleficent's wings. But this used to be a lot of my crafting stuff and foraging. I just tore it right apart and put everything into these 3 rooms miraculously. Everything is a little bit off kilter with the decor, but I'm still deciding what I want to do with this room. And here we are in the time bending room. You can see the whole decor is based on Eternity Isle, Wally, and Eve decor specifically. To the left here are all the time bending parts, like your cores and your glimmer, and the things that you use to make things like ancient machines. Again, using the large chests, which have the 8 rows of storage, so I have plenty of room here. We've got the time bending gifts that you'll find as you're time bending throughout the Valley and Eternity Isle. And then in the final chest are the time bending fragments. So I don't use a lot of those. You use them in a few things like Ratatouille archway for the railway, and then of course going with the dusty lamp, trying to fit into Wally's type of recycling and reusing, the time bending table in the middle as well, and the ancient lighting pillars in each of the corners, as well as the spaceship windows on the walls, and this door which you create at a time bending station. And so over to the left, you're going, we're starting off with the painting table, which is also a crafting table that comes from Rapunzel. I thought it fit really nice in this space, made it look a little bit more homey, not so workshop-ish. The windows are Remy's. I've got the tapestries there, and of course some foliage and some art as well. So you got your precious stones, your clay, and your mugs that go through it like nothing. Making all the paths and everything. I go through so much material. The next chest there has the broken weapon and the gravel. I got the majority of the stuff before they patched that glitch with Storybook Vale, where if you took the potion, you got all of these materials and the memories. So I think I'm good with this for a while because I haven't done anything with it to make anything yet. I haven't crafted with it yet. Then over here you've got what I call organic, so your common club brush, your pine cones, your moss, and your fairy bubbles. Next you have your more refined materials, so you have your brick, your glass, your fabric, your rope, your mechanical parts, your electrical parts, your glass vials, all that type of stuff that you actually craft from other craftables or forageables are in this chest. Again, 6 rows of space for plenty of storage, and sometimes you can buy some of that from Kristoff as well. Then you got your seasonal, so your Easter eggs, your marshmallows, your s'mores, your candy, your wrapping paper are all in here as well. Your buttons, and my festive fish I've put in here for now also. Moving on to your red algae and your green algae, which you get with fishing and the multitude of quests on the star path that you end up with the red algae and the green algae. And then you move on to the wood. So you have your tropical wood, your dry wood, your soft wood, your hardwood, and your dark wood, which get used up quite a bit with the crafting, especially of the chests. And these particular chests I chose because I had a lot of them after downsizing and amalgamating. The daisy chests I ended up buying, but I used those for the flowers. I still have a plethora of those. But these chests are the most expensive storage item to build. They cost Dreamlight, lots of dark wood, and then of course flowers to taint them those different colors. So over here we have rocks and pebbles. Again, I use a lot of that in my crafting, so they are the only 2 items that go in this particular chest. And then next to it we've got sand. I think I also have soil, so basically things that you dig in here. These are things that you tend to mine or fish, so snowball, volcanic rock, sea monster's tooth, and petrified wood. And then in the next one here we have potions and enchantments, the manuals, the shiny gifts, and the pixel flame, which doubles what you are cooking. Over here we've got all of our minerals, so the zinc, quartz, tin, iron, that kind of thing. All just the bare mineral. And you've got your ingots here, so your gold ingot, your iron ingot, even wrought iron I've stored in here, your brass. Over here we've got snippets, scales, and plastic scrap. So these are specific to the DLCs. I didn't plan it this way. This is just didn't fit anywhere else. And then coal. I know you can get coal from Christoph as much as you like, unlimited amounts, but sometimes I don't have room in my storage to hold them in my backpack. So I like having this chest here to store any that I might buy from him in case I just need to do a quick cook. Moving on into our last room. This is dressed up in Tiana's kitchen. I really loved this wall and flooring together. I got the inspiration from Brandy Winestyle on Twitch. I follow her and get some ideas from her. So in here we have just any recipes I have. So banana splits for the monkeys, rubbish from Jafar's quest of trying to figure out the potions or whatever from Maternity Isle. Store any of those in here. Over here we've got our pumpkins. In the next one you have your tea leaves and your mushrooms. Tea leaves you get from Winestyle for free. I haven't gotten any from her recently, but this is where I would store it. And then the plethora of mushrooms that you either forage from the glade or water elsewhere. Everything else is pretty much alphabetic-wise. You've got here spices specific to the valley, of course. Sorry, not alphabetic-wise. This one here is now game-based. The vegetables are alphabetized. So you have in this chest A to E, so asparagus to eggplant. Then next over you'll have leek to spinach, tomato to cabbage, celery to Brussels sprouts, and then each particular chest is alphabetical that way. Over in these here we have proteins. So this one has the meats that you get from Gaston as well as the eggs from Storybook Vale. This one here has things you buy from Remy. You've got your butter, cheese, eggs, milk, peanuts, and slush ice. And then over here you have proteins, what they consider proteins in the game. So you have like your chia seeds, your feta cheese, your olives, and your yogurt. Then your fruit, again, alphabeticalized. So I did that so that I can easily see what's in each, because I know that, say, in the first chest of fruit here you have apple to coconut. So if I have a fruit, I'm like, okay, here is A to C, and then you move on down the line based on DLC or base game. Here you have grains, so you got your canola, your soy, your corn, your rice, your wheat, and your sugar cane, all of which considered grains in the Dreamlight Valley. This one here has your barley, your Elysian wheat, and your fairy rye, and then your agave, your other spices from Eternity Isle. Sorry guys. And then your spices from Storybook Vale, all in these large chests. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you found some valuable content from it. I hope it inspired you. I hope you find it easy to follow. Maybe it gives you an idea of what you don't want to do or what you do want to do. Either way, please take what you like, modify anything just to fit your needs, whether it be all in one house or in individual house skins. If you like this content, please like and subscribe for more. And if it's something specific you'd like to see, leave a comment down below. Thank you so much again, and we'll see you next time.